This so-called normal, civilized life is just not for me anymore. The road is where I belong. It was a short week and a half ago. We were sitting behind this truck in a chair, overlooking the vast, gorgeous, vast landscape of the Badlands National Park. Now here we find ourselves back in central Indiana, where I first started this trip 8 months ago to the day. Was not planning on being back here this early. I was going to come back for Labor Day, maybe the last week of August, and spend some time with my buddy and his wife and family. But once we left the Badlands, realized there's not a whole lot of anything, especially of interest to me, between the Badlands and here. Just wide open spaces, cornfields as far as the eye can see. Really no camping unless you want to pay $20, $30 a night. Was not going to do that. And right before I got here, they took off to Michigan for a week. So got back, got the whole house to myself. But after that first night, I was already getting anxious, itching to get back on the road. Overwhelming feeling when you've been on the road in a camper for 8 months, just you and the dog, and just being able to go wherever you want, whenever you want, just explore wide open spaces. Last 2 days, just been real anxious. So today, I just decided I gotta get out and pull up the map, and we found this place called Mulvey Pond. I was gonna come check out, hopefully get some maybe wildlife or something, and got here, and it's pretty much all dried up, just solid mud. And it is hot. It's 88 degrees, not supposed to cool off until 10 o'clock tonight. We went out for about 20 minutes, just drenched in sweat. Did grab a photograph of a bumblebee on a flower. Don't know how that turned out. And then another flower in the middle of the field. Not the best time of day, nothing but straight sunshine, but I had to get out of the house. But we came back to the truck, just too hot right now. I couldn't even record with my phone barely. It was just overheating from that sun. So we came back truck, we packed up, found a place in Lafayette here. We're only like 13 miles from it. There's a place there, I think Purdue University runs it or owns it. I'm not 100%, but it's called Celery Lake Nature Area or something like that. Looking at photos online of that, it looks like a lot of hiking trails. There's a lot of shade. Looks like a lot of wildlife, birds and all that, big lake. So we are packed up. We're gonna head that way, go check it out, and hopefully grab some images out there. If not, I'm out of house and we're out and about. So my anxiety level has gone way down since then. So let's go ahead and do that and pack up, and we'll see you guys out there and carry on the video from there. All right, here, it was only 8 miles, not 13 miles. Kind of walked down here just a few minutes ago just to check it out. The lake is right through all this thick stuff. Did hear a bunch of geese, but also, as usual, they're gonna be all the way on the other side of the lake. There's a golf course over there, so Geese Lake golf courses. So every now and then there's a little footpath that goes down to the lakeside, and all along the lakeside got these big pink flowers. So right now we're just gonna kind of wander around, maybe photograph some of those. It's only like 4:30 in the afternoon right now. Hopefully later on we can get some birds or some sort of wildlife. So let's get down to the lakeside and see if we can get a decent shot of one of those flowers. All right, we're down here by the lakeside. All along this lakeside, we got all these pink flowers. There's all kinds of them back behind that way, but they're all facing that direction towards the lake. So you pretty much, I'm staying in the water. I'm about as deep as I can get. I think it gets a little bit deeper right here. My boot's only come on like that far up my leg. But these ones are facing this way, real light pink. So the edges are like a little darker pink. Then as it goes inside, the petals get like more white, and the center is like real dark pink, almost like a red. And then we got this nice, where all the pollen is, real light yellow. 100 to 400 on, so I think this is probably about as close as I can stand and still get the focus, but it'd be a nice, real tight shot. I'm just in case there's any animals, wildlife that comes by, which right out there, I think it's just a muskrat. I just got it on manual auto ISO, so it's at 200th of a second, f6.3. It'll probably change. Or I can bump it down. I'll bump it down to 800. That should be enough to hand hold it for this shot here. Wind's not blowing, so don't worry, have to worry about any motion blur or anything. But the only thing with the 6.3, the depth of field is a little bit too shallow. So I might have to break out my tripod. That way I can shoot at a smaller aperture. So let's go ahead and take the tripod out and see if we can't get a little more depth of field in this shot. All right, camera's all set up, zoomed in all the way up 400. I switched just a straight manual, switched to ISO 100, even though just because I'm zoomed all the way into 400, it's creating a shallow depth of field regardless. So even at f14, if I was to focus at the center of the flower, that red at the bottom of the flower inside, the front part's going to be a little bit soft. And then when I focused on part where the pollen is, when I focus at the very tip of that, then even at f14, the inner part of the flower, it's a little bit soft. I'm going to try a focus stack. That way I should only take 2 shots. I'm focused on that pollen stem, and then take another shot, focus on the red part in the center of the flower, and everything should be focused all throughout. Filling pretty much a whole frame with the flower. I'm still going to crop in to take out any green once I'm in post. So shooting at f14, ISO 100, 15th of a second right now. So go ahead and get these shots, then we pack up, move on, and see what else we can find. So hope you enjoy the shot. All right, we came down the trail a little bit more, came to another cut through. It's only like 20 feet off the trail. Right out there, 2 geese hanging out on a small log. Took a couple quick shots. I would have to crop in tight, but we got the reflection of the house. They're right in the middle of that reflection of the house, and obviously that's not eye appealing. You don't want to see a house in the water in nature. As I was doing that, 2 ducks went by, and then off in the distance out there we got a blue heron. So we're gonna walk on this trail a little bit further, see if we can get down side the lake down there and hopefully grab an image of him. And plenty of time left in the day, still like 4.5 hours before sunset. So looks like quite a bit of wildlife out here. So we're gonna carry on and see what else we can see. On the other side of the lake here is that heron I saw from over there. He was on that peninsula to my right earlier, but he looks like he moved. And then we got another one on the other side of the lake. And obviously when you're trying to photograph birds, they try to stay as far away as possible. So zoomed in all the way at 400, grab a shot of them. Even zoomed at all the way at 400, which will shallow depth of field, since he's right up against that wood line, zoomed in at 400, f6.3. The background's real busy, and a lot of that's gonna be in focus just because he's so close to it. But the water's real calm, so we got a nice profile shot of him and a perfect reflection of him in the lake. So kind of liking that. And then I also grabbed a shot of the heron over there. His background, he's got the green grass, but around him, he has all these pink flowers like we have here. And then again, all that's reflecting real nicely in the water. So I think those will come out pretty decent. But like I mentioned, with being right up against that background, it's not gonna be a super soft background, and I'm gonna have to crop in pretty tight to get a decent shot. So how they come out, looking forward to it. Either way, I'm out here, and it's a great evening. I stopped here on this nice little dock just to cool off some, just take a look over the whole lake with these binoculars. And all these lily pads here, I was hoping to see some birds and all that in there, which there is, but they're so far away. There was a heron, he's still out there. He was flying this way to land down in there, so I was kind of hanging out here for a little bit to see maybe if he leaves, if he flies out this way. So I just been looking around. A muskrat swam by, all kinds of little wildlife, nothing real super close. There's some turtles here on a log I just got a few photos of. As I was looking right through these trees in the water, right out there, there's another herring. So what I'm thinking I'll probably do is it'll be the last spot of the night. Just go back on this trail and then walk around. I don't think the trail goes around, so I have to cut through the woods and try to get a little closer to him along that lakeside and just kind of hang out there for the rest of the evening, see what we can get, and hopefully we can get close to him. If we just wait him out, maybe we can get a shot of him flying off. So that's what we're going to try to do. Just enjoy the night. And I don't know if you can hear it, but right on the other side of the lake through those trees is a Walmart. So all you hear is their big air conditioners running. Other than that, it's nice and peaceful. So that's what we're gonna do. Pack up, head over there, get the last spot of the night, and we'll see what we come up with. So we made our way around to the other side of the lake, right where that herring was. And I came out on top of him, didn't mean to. Ended up scaring him away. Stood there for a little minute, just looking around, and then Harvey was in the wood line, kicked out a duck. Scared off what was over there. But right through the wood line here is another smaller lake. So right across, right in the middle here, it's like an island, and then there's this tiny little hump of dirt and grass. There's a herring sitting right in the middle of it. And as I was videotaping with this, we're getting a short video, and I was turning around getting ready to talk to the camera. Another herring flew over right above my head, and the camera still set the video, and it was on manual, so none of my settings were correct. And went up to grab a photo and couldn't get anything, so I completely missed him. He was right there. Gotta be ready, I guess. This is gonna be the last spot of the night. We're just gonna sit here maybe and just watch this guy here. See if he does anything towards the end of the night. Still about an hour and a half before sunset. So we're gonna hang out here, see what happens. I'm gonna go ahead and call it for the evening. Going on just about 8 o'clock. That heron, he hasn't really done a whole lot here in the last however long. I know they're not the most active birds. And I know as soon as I throw this bag on and turn my back, he's gonna take off flying. But that's why I carry this in my hand from now on, to try to be ready. Glad we came out today. I know that other location I was at, I almost got discouraged because it was hot, drenched in sweat, and just was really no interest. So I'm glad I decided to pull this up and check it out on the map, and we came here. Big area, a lot of nature, and just a really nice getaway place in the middle of the city. You still hear all the traffic and humming of the tires and moaning and groaning of Walmart's AC units, but compared to being in that house, first couple days I've been back off of the road, just my anxiety just kept building up. I just wanted to get back on the road. So just being out here, I think we got some decent photographs, not magazine or website worthy or going to print and sell them. It doesn't matter. I'm out here with my camera, reinforces that this is where I need to be. Out on the road, photographing nature, landscapes, just being away from all the hustle and bustle of the everyday grinds of civilization. This video is gonna go out will be coming out on the 15th of August, spending the rest of August with my buddy and his family, and then Labor Day. Might miss a week or two. I'm not 100% sure. Anyway, if I get worked up enough, I'll come back out here. And then from here, I'm going back home to Pennsylvania in September for a couple weeks or so. Just got to kind of regroup and get stuff together. But I will be doing videos there because there's a place I want to check out. We got Elk County in Pennsylvania where they got a bunch of wild elk. Even though I grew up in Pennsylvania, never been there. Cook's Forest, huge national forest. So plenty to see there. I just need to take care of some stuff before I get back out on the road and deciding whether I want to go to New England after that or head down to Florida. So all that's up in the air, but that's a plan from here. Just want to throw that out there in case I miss a week or two. You wonder where I'm at. So if you don't hear from me, that's what's going on. So, but anyway, we're gonna grab our stuff, head back to the truck. And if you haven't, thumbs up this video. Any interaction, comment, helps me out a lot. Gets that algorithm boosting, so it throws these videos out to other people. So like and comment, and especially subscribe if you haven't. And also let me know in the comments below, what's your happy place? Where do you like to escape when regular life gets too overwhelming? Where do you go to escape with your camera? So let me know in the comments below, and we'll see you guys on the next one. And as always, see you at the top.